We came from roaches on the floor, a notice on the door, baking soda in the jar, but now we focus on the law. It's like soap up in a cloth, the way it's soaking and it wash. It's something like good dope, cause it's potent and it's raw.
I used to post up out of store, work stash.
What is the issue? I'm sorry, I just want to know.
Well, overall, we're talking about how the agenda of the LGBTQ is being pushed from the government down to be taught to children now.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I mean, I think it's okay to an extent. I think that children of the age till 12 should not be taught of that because it can teach them the idea of being something that they may not want to be. But I still believe that people should be able to be what they want to be. I just think that, like,
I'm not saying they can't.
People can't really think of that at a certain age. Like, my brother, for instance, thought that he was they them when he was at the age of like 9, and we were like, okay, if that's what you want to think. And now he's like fully him, and he didn't like. He was in a school that was Wardle that like taught him very heavily that like you can be who you want to be, and a lot of his friends thought that
You don't have to hold it, but
he could be what they want to be. And I just was like,
was he influenced in school though?
He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't influenced by school, but he was influenced by the people around him and his friends. And I feel as though the people that were around him taught him a lot about the ideas that we as like older people
There's something
think.
different than what you are.
But I still don't believe that people can't be taught in school. I think that being taught in middle school and in high school is a great thing. I just think that it's a little bit confusing when you're taught in elementary school just because.
Great, and that's our point. And that's the side we're leaning towards. They're saying they should be caught as soon as possible so they can graduate into. Well, that's what. But no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Buddy right here. Buddy right here said that.
What do you say? What do you say?
You're saying that there should be representation.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, it's nothing wrong.
No, I'm saying there should be a age gap and a time for that.
I think that
I'm saying there should be a time frame for that. She said 12 and up. That's not necessarily terrible.
A time frame for what?
Huh?
For what?
For learning about LGBTQ.
But that's in the books, though. That's what I'm saying.
Really young, he thought
Those are in the books, sir.
Wait,
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? How about children that are raised in a household of LGBT families?
And he referenced that earlier. I'm saying they're going to teach them accordingly. But he said the teacher should intervene and still teach them, but they're learning at home already technically. If they're already in the household, of course they can get taught as they please.
Can I say something?
Wait a minute, man. The mic's right here. The mic's right here.
I have a question. Be who you want to be, and if you want to be that way, be happy.
Listen, we're not saying people can't be what they want to be. We're disagreeing with the methodology of the agenda being pushed to children. That's all. In California and in America,
One more thing to say.
and everywhere. It's in the curriculum.
No, but where?
In the curriculum of California.
I have a question. What does the curriculum say?
No, you don't have
Can
You
you
got
reference
that?
a specific point?
Yeah, just pull up what you had already. Pull up what you
Teachers
had.
of public education
that?
in California
What's that?
to teach their teachings of the LGBTQ way upon
I
children.
didn't hear the first part you said. What did you say?
Well, can you reference a specific point in the curriculum where the teachers
We're talking about the books that are being pushed.
Yeah, what books?
Where they talk about anal sex and two
What
parents.
books? What books?
They're right here.
Please.
Pull it up.
Indulge.
Pull it up.
From the LGBTQ books.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube
I would
later.
love to be posted on YouTube.
Yeah, y'all want some clout, huh? Y'all want some 15 minutes of fame. It's all good though.
Like all books.
to go to the club. Can we go to the club?
I'm enjoying this.
Why are we?
Yeah, let me touch on her point, and she can go. Then y'all can enjoy your night. Is he your friends
So they're
too?
like,
Oh, you don't know them? Damn, y'all just bombarded this girl.
We just.
so like, this is just subtitles, right? You are not alone. Rainbow hands.
about sex.
My Maddie, love Violet. Like,
Can I see?
well, no.
It's just different types of sexual activities that children are being taught in school.
Is that a poem?
No, these are
No,
just
these are
different
books.
titles.
These are books.
Oh, titles.
Right?
Wait, read them again. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Let me see.
How schools teach children to be LGBTQ.
No.
It's
Well,
not
no,
by books, it's by
but-
words because people like speak their words. Trust me, there are
But
no
I'm saying,
books
no, they're
that
opening the book and reading it to them. That's
But
my point.
okay,
There's no
Or
books
drag queens.
Yeah, reading them.
I know by
That
the
was
law.
crazy.
I know by the law
what
that
was
there are
drag
no
queens
books
what?
that are
Reading
teaching
hours.
children to be LGBTQ.
Yeah,
There's
what
course
no
there are.
books.
the problem?
No, there
Of course
aren't.
there are.
Because that is not.
it's like,
course
it's
there
like
are.
as if like
That's
a
not
drama
given.
team came
They
in
are.
and
They are not.
Y'all are young, right? Y'all are what,
Okay,
20,
okay.
21?
Can I
Yeah.
say something?
Yes.
Have y'all watched like town hall meetings where people are,
Yes,
where
yeah,
parents are,
yes.
where parents are disputing these books?
Yeah.
No, but these books
in
are
Berkeley,
not a
see
part
the
of the
thing.
school education.
Of
That's
course
what I'm
they
trying to say. No, it is not.
Where are they?
It's not.
Where are the parents getting the?
Especially not in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
In the Bay Area.
Huh?
These books
Why?
somewhere
Else.
else.
Maybe in
Area.
Orange
That is
County.
crazy for you
Maybe
to
in
say.
Orange
These
County
books
this
are
can be
not-
slided, but
But not here. No.
Why is that?
No,
Why?
because
Berkeley is a
because
very
it's in
liberal
the law
area.
has
We're
not
very
been passed.
accepting of everyone.
The way that these schools
So
are
why wouldn't
taught-
those books be taught in the place that's accepting everything?
They are.
They have the most rights
But it's
here.
not that it's the fact that it's a book. People will teach the
No, they are
lesson.
not taught by books.
You don't
They're
need
taught
to be
by
taught by
words.
like yeah.
They
you
are
can
Well, I'm
told
saying,
by
though,
their
there's-
get out within
teachers
lessons.
to be a certain.
But
I don't wanna be a
here's the
part of this
thing. Here's the thing.
conversation.
Here's the thing. The kids aren't old
No,
enough
please,
to understand what they're
May.
reading for the most part.
May, this
And
conversation
secondly,
is
there's visual
so-
aids in those books
Can we go?
that show certain characteristics and actions that are being
You're saying
happened.
every single book you read when you were younger, you picked up every single bit of information, and you've kept
No.
that as a moral.
We weren't being taught that back in that time.
Wait, can I just ask you a question?
We weren't being.
when
I
you
was
were
I was
young.
reading.
When
What's the
one-
book I read back in the day? What's that?
One single question. Do you hate gay people?
Is that like
No.
why?
So
Why would I
what
hate
is
gay
the point
people?
of all this?
I'm sorry.
Like why at the point are you like fighting against all of this?
I'm against the influence of children being pushed towards the LGBTQ community.
Why? Why does it
It's-
matter
it's-
if they're being pushed
They're
towards
being
it?
First of all,
allowed to like know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I'm
that's
not
a
saying
totally
they
different-
can't know about it.
Okay.
I'm saying when they're that young, they're being influenced to think that's the way that
And you
people
know what
are
else
supposed
they're
to
being
be.
influenced?
Can
The
I finish my
boys-
sentence?
Yes, you can.
I'm saying that they're getting influenced in a fashion that's going to push them towards that culture when ultimately that is not a productive culture.
Why is it not a productive culture?
You
That's
can't,
the
you
real
can't
root.
reproduce. There's all type of diseases running rampant. It's more violent. It's more
Do you know
egregious than
how
anything.
many diseases are spread through heterosexual intercourse?
There's more heterosexual people on Earth,
relationships?
so that's not the point. I'm saying that it's spread more because those people are more closely knit, and obviously they're interacting with each other more.
The AIDS pandemic was in like the 90s.
80s.
I don't think 80s.
AIDS
We're
was
not
created
talking
first and
about that.
foremost.
We're
AIDS
not
was
talking
created,
about that.
and then they fed. Oh, gay people did it. No, they created it in a lab.
So you're saying?
So you're saying, sorry, you're not going to naturally form your sexual
Oh,
identity.
Excuse me?
Oh yes.
I didn't hear that.
You're not going to naturally form your sexual identity. You're influenced by your media around you. Yeah.
Me personally, or are you saying the children?
Just
So
children
you
in
don't
general.
think you're
Well,
born
people-
gay?
The thing is, they should have the option to know if they want to like grow up supporting it.
I'm
or
not.
if they
I'm not
want
saying that's a problem.
They
I'm-
just have the option.
We don't agree personally up here, no. But of course,
here?
we're here in America. We're
area?
not beating gay people up. We're not cursing them out. We're not doing anything. We don't agree with the lifestyle. But if you're gonna go that route, sure.
Then
We're not gonna
if
prevent you
you
from,
don't
hey,
agree
don't
with
do
the
that.
lifestyle,
But if you learn it,
options that they
be
have.
okay. What's that?
If you
Open up the options that they have. They have
Exactly.
options.
Listen,
Show them
the-
the options that they could live.
Sir,
if you're taking
ma'am,
it away
ma'am,
from them, then
ma'am,
in 10 years when they figure
we
out they're
disagreed.
gay, they're going to be so confused.
What's your friend?
Exactly.
They're
Your
not
friend.
going to know where
They
to go.
No, of course you know where to go.
No, they don't because they were never taught. They don't know it's safe. They don't know their parents are supportive.
What do you mean?
Their whole,
What's safe?
Like, okay,
Gay.
their whole life they're taught
Being
boy
gay is
and
safe?
girl.
Yeah.
No, listen,
How?
please listen. Just listen. Boy and girl, their whole like school career, I guess, okay? And then they come to this moment where they're like, wait, I actually like the same sex. And they don't have any training. They don't have anything that will teach them that they actually like the same gender. Where will they learn this? You know, on the internet, after like being bullied, after like having like they're gonna have to fight for years actually
I don't
to
have a problem
learn
with that, though.
who they agree.
If somebody's
like, who
learning on
they
their own
are.
and coming into it on their own volition,
But can't they
sure.
just be
I'm
not-
telling you that the
because
kids
know
being
who they
influenced
are?
to go that route
the
is that we have a
curriculum.
problem with.
all the curriculum is pushed man on woman.
What's that?
How about the kids that realize they're gay in elementary school and
That's-
have nothing to surround themselves with, and they're lost and confused and they're bullied by their peers? What are they supposed to do?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
be
happening
tougher.
right now. But I
Be
know-
tougher?
Be mentally tough. Be mentally tough.
The fact that
Okay. We are done. But thank
mean,
you
why
for the
not? Why
conversation.
not?
Thank you.
this is
So what's gonna happen when they get bullied? They gonna kill themselves or what?
More representation. You want to be inclusive. You want everyone not.
They have enough
not even the people
representation.
who are going to grow up to be that.
They have a lot of representation these days.
They're getting more representation. There's
Great.
still more. Most of
And
the
that's
media,
not the topic, though.
Most of the media around.
The topic is them being influenced as children.
But they're not being influenced. It's more.
Yes, they are.
Inclusivity.
Are you homosexual?
I'm not. I'm not.
So if your child, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, was in school learning about homosexuality when they have no clue what's going on, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with that because
Why?
they see if there's others in their class who are homosexual who going back to your point on there was a book about drag what was it drag
No,
queen
they
or-
have a drag queen reading books to children.
drag queen reading books to children. They might have an uncle, they might have an aunt who is a drag queen.
What if they don't?
Yeah, they might not. Okay, they might see them. What's wrong with them?
But
There's nothing
what
wrong
if
with
it's
them.
just purely
But those
innocent?
kids-
I don't think
those
that the
kids-
drag queens are like.
But look, listen. But those kids that do have those in their family, they know that already. They know about that already because they come from that. They come from a household that has that in their family.
Yeah.
What about the
there's-
other kids, man?
There's
That
nothing
don't
wrong-
know
there's
or don't
nothing wrong
know
with
that,
them.
or their parents or.
But that's the majority. That's
But
middle
that's what I'm saying
America.
though, and their parents are not okay with it. Are
It's
not
so-
okay with the children learning about these things in school.
It's such an unbelievably narrow-minded view to
It
think
is.
that
No,
it's not.
whatever way, whatever
He just
way,
asked you a question, though.
My question.
your question.
Let's go back to my question.
Yeah, go back to it. Go on.
What about the other the other kids'
The other
parents?
kids. The other kids' parents. I think
That don't approve of the message or the teaching
that don't
style.
approve. Well,
Or the
to be honest,
curriculum.
in my opinion, it is a narrow-minded stance to not approve of inclusivity being promoted in the school, where kids need to learn about all these different.
At what age is it okay to learn?
Question from any age. What's wrong? What's wrong
I
with
do
those
think.
people?
I do think. Like I feel like a middle ground that I think. Sorry, I have anxiety. I think that teachers should definitely give a heads up to parents because
But they
cultural
don't. That's the
sensitivity.
thing. They don't do it these days.
I went to Berkeley schools. They did with me. I didn't go to like sex ed stuff, and
You didn't get taught that?
No, it was being taught, but we had the option.
Oh, I
to,
see.
to
Your
stay
parents had to
in.
sign off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
literally.
That's
And
what's
I think-
happening
I
these
think that there
days.
should be, the parents should be in the know of what their kids
Yeah.
are learning, cultural sensitivity. I think that's important. But
At
I
what
don't-
age were you learning that, though? Or when was the option given? What age? What
for
grade?
Me, I was 11.
11th grade.
When I had, no, 11th grade, no.
Oh, you were 11
16.
years old.
Yeah, I was 11 years old.
6th, 7th grade, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's when you're really thinking for yourself. You get to, have your own phone, whatever the case may be.
I didn't even have a
You,
phone.
well, I'm just saying in
I
general,
don't-
kids have phones at that age, and they can experience things, slip things up. Have their own thought process technically, because they're already of age where they can think for themselves.
Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to just work on their fine motor skills there?
What do you mean?
Like
At
what,
school?
What do you want them to do till 11 years old? Do you want to wait till they can?
No, I'm not saying 11 years old is an issue. I'm saying from K through at least 6, 7 years old or 9 years old, they're getting taught that at that age. That's what I have a problem with.
And you're talking specifically about like the pornographic sex,
Yeah.
like, the graphic. I don't
Yeah.
think. I mean, I don't agree.
Of
with
course,
it,
they're going to grow
but
up and
I-
experience
but I
things
do-
on their own.
But, I do-
But at that age, that's not even that. What's the purpose?
I mean, I feel like those are like exceptions that I've seen on media. Like the extreme exceptions.
What do
that
you
I've
mean?
seen.
Oh, like what they're
the
being
examples
taught?
That you're,
Yeah.
yeah.
But most people that go that are accepting that, obviously it's up to them.
Yeah.
But most parents don't even know what's going on in the classroom.
Well, I think they should know.
And
I think
they're
we
giving
agree.
teachers a lot of power these days
Yeah.
to dictate what their children is going on in classrooms.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this:
What?
how old are y'all?
I'm 23.
21. Did you know? Excuse me. And you might think this is what you say earlier. It's a narrow-minded way of thinking. You know, the government classified homosexuality as a mental illness in the 70s.
Well, I'm not from America now, so I wouldn't be.
You from Ireland?
I'm from Ireland.
Ireland, yay! Conor McGregor, it's all good. You from out here now? You live out here now?
I'm out here for the summer, yeah.
Oh, you on a visa or what?
I'm on a visa, yeah.
Okay, you enjoying yourself, man?
I'm enjoying myself. yeah.
Okay, hey, you got a foreign in. You going back in like August, what?
August, yeah.
Okay, hey, that's cool. But anyways, they classified homosexuality as a mental illness in the 70s because it was so abnormal. Like, these people aren't thinking right. But then they changed it, obviously, because, maybe they wanted more people to side with the government, which probably what was going on. But now, in all actuality, it's still looked upon as obviously there's more people these days that are living that lifestyle, but it's still not natural to people. That's not nature.
Well,
You know
they
what
don't
I mean?
gotta do that.
What's that?
They don't gotta participate. They don't gotta be.
Well, no,
gay.
I'm saying in
And-
general,
and,
like.
And I mean, for me, I'm bisexual, and it goes to show that like, people don't choose to be gay. You know what I mean?
You didn't choose to be attracted to women?
No. When I was like, and like I would cry a lot about this shit because I'm Christian. You
Do
know.
you believe that you choose to be whatever sexual
I'm not sure. I don't swing the other way.
Okay.
I can't speak for that.
Yeah, it's just
There's some cases though from that what's it called? It comes from being victimized as a child, being abused. I know a couple people that you know what I mean that. I'm not saying that turned them gay, but you know what I'm
I don't
saying.
think that's for the majority.
No, of course not. But I know that's one aspect that I know of.
Like gay people are molesting.
No,
kids.
I know some people that have been molested. That's
one
short.
factor
Oh, okay.
in that.
Which is why they become gay.
Later on, I know a couple people like that. Like I know of cases like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that that's all of them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's all of them because I'll be arguing in extremes. You know what I mean?
You can't use that as a point, like really.
Yeah, I was born this way, so
You think you were born that way?
I definitely was.
Are you dating men right now? Or,
Yeah,
or
I'm with a guy right now.
Okay. So you think that's like gonna change or?
I think I know what I want, and I've like envisioned my future a certain way.
Do you want children?
I do want children.
Okay. So you don't have an issue with two women adopting a child, right?
Not at all.
Do you have an issue with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because if it's a woman, obviously they're gonna steer them that way. You know what I mean?
But
They're
then
gonna
if they're straight, then they're gonna steer them the straight way. You know?
No,
what I
they're
mean?
not. Why wouldn't they? They're already part of that community.
It's not a sexual orientation that makes you a good or bad parent. Like, I think it's
Well, I'm not saying that.
I'm sure there's.
But if you have authority over your child, you're gonna steer them in the morality that you believe in, right? Right?
Not necessarily. There's plenty.
So I'm going to tell my kid, hey, I'm doing this in my household, but when you get out there, just do whatever you want. No, they're going to be instilled in the morality and thoughts that you put in them.
I know plenty of straight parents who are completely and utterly accepting of their gay or lesbian son.
Why wouldn't they be? It's their child. There's love there. I raised this kid.
Just the same with like.
But I'm saying the adoption. You're a lesbian couple or a gay couple adopting somebody. You're gonna push them that way.
And what?
Right or wrong?
As opposed to what? Being in the foster system? Or like,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
You
that.
have like an anecdote around this. You have like statistics like how much children do you know that have been raised in that sort of family household that have grown up to be.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know they're giving people like the same concept. They're giving foster children to those couples more than anyone else.
There's probably more than anyone else going, more people of that sexual orientation trying to adopt it because they
can't have
obviously
children.
What do you mean? Oh, interesting. They can't reproduce, so they have to adopt. So of course I'm not saying that's an issue. I'm just saying the ideology behind it and them being brought up in that household. They're going to be driven to that lifestyle.
Well, they're not
and then they're not going to be able to reproduce. Then the children after that are going to be able to reproduce. When's it stop?
This is just this point that you're just coming out of thin air. Like, where are you coming up with this fact that they're just
Sir.
driven in this direction? They're accepting.
They're growing up with two women kissing. They're going to go, oh, that's okay. If I'm a girl, of course, I'm going to lean towards that.
But then again,
they're going to do what they see.
Aren't they seeing in plenty of? I'm sure in the household they're not showing media of just constant.
That's not what I'm
gay
saying.
Relationships. They're seeing outside world. They're seeing all these different.
They're getting.
You're seeing a million. You're seeing PDA in the park. You're seeing every sort of thing. Like.
But what are they pushing
and it's
majorly
those
though?
children that are the exceptions that need representation more. You know.
I'm not
like
saying
with books
like,
and stuff.
but they're doing that without the kids having that upbringing. There's kids that's parents that don't agree with any of that.
Be exposed to like real world stuff, like when they step out of the classroom.
I'm not saying that. Of course, they're going to do that naturally on their own, and they get to pick what route they want to go. I'm saying them being bogged down in the school, being taught a certain way, that's a deaf culture. People can't. If you can't reproduce, nope, there's not going to be any population left.
Can I ask a question? It's kind of like not on the same topic, but like you guys have the same shirt. Like, are you guys part of like an organization or something?
Absolutely.
What is it?
We're part of the SICARII, Israelites.
The Israelites?
Yeah, we believe in the Bible. Now, of course, we can talk about any topic, but our focus is the Bible, the upliftment of our people who are the Israelites, the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from East Oakland.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Mexican.
Mexican? You believe in the Bible?
I believe.
Oh, you said you're a Christian earlier.
I believe in Jesus.
So does that belief convict your certain lifestyle of being bisexual?
No.
So you're not like hardcore?
What do you mean, hardcore Christian?
Yeah, because in the Bible, homosexuality is
The Pope
a
has
sin.
come out in recent times.
I don't, man. Please, Pope is he's a demon. But anyways, we know that for a fact. The Pope is not even.
The Pope has come out. He's come out condemning hugely all the abuse in the Catholic Church, everything. Okay, so.
No, he hasn't.
So,
yes, he has. If you search
do you
it up,
think
actually.
that, you know, being gay has more weight than any other sin in the Bible?
That's one of the sins that are worthy of death.
No, because every sin, the punishment is hell.
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not.
Which is why Jesus died for us, for our sins.
Well,
and saved us.
I'm pretty sure you've heard that in church, but first of all, I mean, like I said, I don't know how much time you got, but let's just start on what you said about hell. Where does it talk about people going to hell in the Bible?
I'm just like,
I'm just asking. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know. I'm gonna read something to you.
not well
Can I read
versed
something to
in-
you?
No.
You don't believe in the Bible no more?
It's not that I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in God, and my relationship is, you know, personal. Jesus is
As
in my
you see
heart.
fit.
Well, I mean, I'm not like, well, I could say the same to you. I don't know what you
Well,
do
no,
in your
I
free
believe in the
time.
Bible.
Okay.
That's why I read the Bible.
Okay.
I asked you if I can read it to you. You said no,
Yeah.
because you don't care, right?
It's not that I don't care. I just don't like the cherry picking, and I don't know. It feels like
What do you mean?
because I don't know what you're gonna read, and it's like
I mean, of course you don't know what I'm gonna read.
okay.
But we're talking about hell. I'm referencing hell now, not LGBTQ. So, of
Okay.
course, we don't agree with that. The Bible doesn't agree with it. But, like I said, if people do that, it doesn't affect my sleep.
It clearly
Yeah.
does.
No,
if
it
you're
doesn't.
out here at 11:21.
No, that's just a topic that came up. And that's the topic we're talking about. Once I go home, I'm gonna be watching anime or, whatever the case it is. Like, let's be real here. I'm not thinking about homosexuals when I go to sleep. No. I live in San Francisco. I know what's going on over there. You think I'm out here frustrated? Oh my God, he kissed a man. No. I'm not worried about that. They're gonna get their judgment in due time. Give me that. Yeah, give me that real quick. Because he said the same sin gonna lead you to hell. No. Read that.
Right, so this is the book of Jonah, chapter 2, right?
James.
It says, Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly, and said, I have cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me out of the belly of hell.
Jonah was swallowed by a fish. He said he's in hell. Is that the spiritual torment chamber?
No.
What hell is it?
I don't know what you're trying to get at, and I just.
I'm
don't-
telling
like,
you that the hell that people are saying that, oh, you can go to hell for sin. No, there's no such thing as that in the Bible. It's not talked about in the Bible. That's nowhere. That is Greek mythology.
And the Pope said that also. Just recently came out saying that there is no such thing as hell. That's one of the things that he just came out and saying
I thought a minute ago you guys hated the Pope.
Yeah, we
So why are you bringing up?
Well, no, we're just talking about how he proclaims things that were quote unquote biblical knowledge or wisdom, but it's not real. Now, of course, he also said that he's not going to condemn LGBTQ as well. You heard about that? That was a few. But he's supposed to be the Pope that ordains the Bible.
But I don't think Jesus was out condemning people.
We're not condemning people either. We're just talking about kids being manipulated into that
I
lifestyle.
don't think they're being manipulated. Like again, the word manipulated is very strong.
Yeah.
Like,
But they're being taught it without even knowing what's going on. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a certain age it should be occurring at. Now, of course, 12 years old, 11 years old, you said 11 years old, you kind of figure things out.
Are you talking about sex ed or just that gay people exist in general?
Sex ed.
What age should they learn about that there's different religions in the world? So.
I mean, they probably can't even grasp that at that time. Are y'all drunk? Are y'all drunk? Are they drunk?
No.
You're not drunk? I mean, coming up to random strangers and yelling, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, man. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your night. No, don't worry about it. Enjoy your night. But anyways, we're talking about sex ed. You know what I mean? They have books about it. They're pushing it to the children. They're putting it in cartoons. They're pushing it to the forefront, and we don't want that to occur as far as at that age. Like I said, 10, 11, 12, maybe that's the cusp of them having that mindset, seeing things on their own. Of course, you're going to learn as you go, but at the same time, being influenced and pushed that direction, that's what we're talking about.
I don't think anybody should be pushed, especially without parents' consent.
I agree.
I see what you mean, and I think to a certain extent we can all agree that, like, you know, but I feel like that's like individual teachers, you know. I don't think it's the school system saying that, you know, if you don't like gay people, you're gonna get expelled. If you don't learn about this, you're gonna get expelled.
I just think that from your point of view, you're kind of very focused on everything should be kind of based by the parents' belief. Is it like parents?
Well,
belief?
not
Like,
necessarily,
you
because
you shouldn't stray from what like the parents.
Well, no,
have to
the
be
parents are
consent.
going to raise them as they
And
see
then
fit
you're
regardless.
referencing
There's time for children at home, and then obviously they have to go to school legally. They can't. Children can't not go to school unless they have homeschool and credentials that way.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, I had, like,
I'm saying children are going to learn from their parents regardless of school.
yeah.
They're going to have to go to school legally. They're bound by the law to children to go to school. So wherever they're learning there, of course, they're going to pick up, take home, and they're going to tell their parents, hey, I learned this in school today, or let me see your homework, let me see what you're reading. That's how parents are finding out about these LGBT books. They're like, what the hell is this? And of course, what you're referencing, the parents aren't going for that. Now, of course, there's certain parents, like you said, they need representation. Great. We're talking about, because I'm not sure the percentages, but I'm pretty sure heterosexuals outweigh that lifestyle in America.
Yeah, I just want to add to that as well. Just the fact, like, years gone by. Like, even in Ireland, there was a big like uproar when the English took over and the curriculum was heavily based on English. Everything. Okay?
Yeah.
Everyone focused.
Y'all
on
weren't speaking English a while
Sorry,
ago?
They were speaking Gaelic.
Well, like basically the English took over and colonized us, but
Yeah, of
basically they controlled the curriculum. They were dissing. I'll use a new word. Like
Yeah, there were the highway.
Dissing,
Yeah.
dissing Irish language, culture, everything. And I suppose I just think that, yeah, in a way, like curriculum can focus, but I suppose nothing changes in families' kind of mindsets. Like if we just wanted children to follow what their family taught every single generation, nothing would change. And I mean, like, families gone by have been racist towards like all different types of ethnicities, like, and there's been children of those generations decide to rise up against, like, and,
Absolutely.
like we need more and more, like, if they see stuff in school like inclusive stuff like this about whatever sexual orientation, I mean they need to see those, so they think like they should, once they get to that age, then they should be like, mom, dad, like, why are you saying one thing and they're saying another, like what's happened, like it needs to be opened up, like people, like children need to just like develop this, like it's developing their critical thinking skills as well by having these like different books, these different genres in their classroom.
But here's the thing, like, that's what I'm saying, like, they're gonna do that whether parents know about it or not. I'm just having a problem with the age group where they're introducing to that. That's the only argument. That's the only argument I'm saying.
The earlier they get inclusive, they get.
But their brains aren't even going to comprehend that.
Like for
They can't comprehend that.
Like for example,
yeah,
A
but
5-year-old can comprehend what homosexuality is? No.
Are we talking about homosexuality or
can a
porn?
5-year-old comprehend what heterosexuality is?
What's
No,
that?
as well. Can a 5-year-old comprehend what
No.
heterosexuality is?
It shouldn't be introduced at all. That's
No
my
But
point.
sexuality.
so can we not have any books featuring a mom and a dad? Can we not have any books featuring a boyfriend and a girlfriend? Like any couple in any books, any movies? What do you want? Like,
What
do
do
you
you
just
mean
want? Do
movies?
you just want platonic relationships in every
I
sort of
mean,
media
that's
they're consuming
natural,
to that
though.
age?
That's natural.
That's natural. Yeah, but it's natural in your eyes. But in the new age world, there's all
That
these different
part,
things you need
see?
to understand. Like it is.
I
it is natural
I'm
for
old enough to
people.
understand. I'm
The
saying
thing is,
the
you're
children
just-
shouldn't be pushed in
You're
that direction.
coming from a
And
mindset
introduce
that
that into your lifestyle.
gay isn't the end. The bottom of this whole topic is that you're coming from a mindset that gay is natural and that it's not. It's something that you have
It's
to
not
choose to be.
natural.
But it is. People grow up. People
It's
aren't
not natural.
deciding like.
If
"Oh,
it was
you know what?
natural, they'd be able to reproduce, which they can.
That's a funny thing, because there's plenty of women who can't reproduce because of medical
Yeah.
issues that they're
I
born
agree.
with.
Yeah,
so what's
That's
what's
different,
wrong with
though.
that?
That's
you're-
different.
you're-
Yeah, well,
that's a different argument,
if
though.
If we're talking medically with these people who are in this way, obviously their brain is.
They didn't
is-
choose that. They didn't choose that.
But
though.
see, like
Their
those
brain
women.
is wired
No,
different.
no,
It's
no.
another medical
Those
thing.
women
Their
that
brain is
can't.
wired
No, you're
different.
talking about health issues, though.
Yeah.
I'm not
We-
talking about health
we
issues.
can
You just referenced that, though.
Because
You just
that's-
referenced that.
It's just your everyone's brain is unique.
No,
and
because
everyone's-
listen.
So if you
because
can't have children naturally because of your health, and you're not in the LGBTQ community, what are you talking about?
What do you go back?
I'm
to
saying they're not choosing to not have kids. They have medical issues where they can't have kids, or they had surgery on their cervix or their fallopian tube, whatever the case may be. We're not talking about, oh, I'm just gonna go over there and kiss a woman and be with a woman for the rest of my life.
It's It's not
That's
wrong
what I'm talking
people
about.
Like what they like.
I think
in your eyes.
And we're not saying, like I said, of course we don't agree with it, but if they're going to do that, do that. We're talking about the children.
I think we all agree to a certain extent.
Yeah. So like going back to like when you said, oh well, there's some women that can't reproduce, and he made a good point. Maybe because they had surgery. The whole point.
There's a
the
lot
whole
of women
point.
who are born without.
Great.
Yeah, sure.
But guess what? Those women can actually go to a doctor and actually see,
I know, but
and
it's
the
not-
doctor can tell them exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying?
they can tell
She
you
was
what
born with the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A condition that this and this happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Genetically, blah blah blah.
I don't think-
But she still has the plumbing to actually have children, but she can't because something happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think with the amount of people of different sexual orientations around the world, I don't think that it's unnatural to be gay. Like there's just there's so much people who identify. They're not all choosing just because of being brainwashed or any of this thing. I think that
That's not the argument.
yeah, I know, but it's you're just saying it's not natural. I want
course
states
it's
to
not.
become natural just because they can't reproduce. Is that the only reason? Just because
That is
God-
the main reason.
Yeah, it's
And obviously, we can bring in the Bible in, but
not
we don't
everybody
need the Bible to
believes in
let you know it's
the
not
Bible
natural.
or in God.
What's that?
And not everybody believes in the Bible or God. You know.
we don't have to bring that into the equation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's not a valid argument for like.
I'm not making that argument.
Okay.
I didn't make that argument all
Or a
night for the
valid
last
reference.
hour. I haven't brought up the Bible at all. Obviously, we believe in the Bible. We believe in what's said, and how obviously God didn't create homosexual relationships, but it is something that's going on. If you want to participate in that, like you said, you had a situation, whatever the case may be. You have it with a man now. Great, that's great. Had them kids, continue your lineage and raise your kids, how you see fit. But the kids that are being brought up in the LGBT households, of course, they're going to think, okay, this is natural, of course. When they get outside, they're going to be like, man, everybody's not like my family. But at the same time, okay, let me learn about the other side of the fence. Of course, we all know we're of age. Kids are going to be confused, like I said. They're going to be confused. And they're going to be like, man, what's going on? How come I'm being ostracized or being left out of, certain activities, or I'm being talked about in a certain way, like you said, bullied. That happens with people that are heterosexual, too. Somebody tried to bully me when I was a kid. I beat his ass, but
Because you were heterosexual.
well, it's just black people things. You're not black, but
Yeah, I
black
know.
people hate each other.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
saying,
the
like
topic is
that's what it was.
homosexuality.
Somebody tried to pick on me. Like we had to fight. We
Good.
fought like 6-7 times.
Beat his ass.
You know what I mean?
Can,
That wasn't because I was homosexual or he was homosexual.
do you guys have other topics? You guys live
I mean,
in San
sure.
Francisco, and I'm just
Yeah,
curious. like,
we all don't live in San Francisco, but
Thanks very much.
I live in San Francisco. He lives in San Francisco. People live all over the Bay.
Yeah.
You know.